Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Once again, I am back at the Soap Pot. I hope everyone is enjoying their Columbus holiday. As you can see, today's my day off from my regular job. However, it's not a day off from the Soap Pot. So today I'm currently going to be making a activated charcoal soap, and that's from one of my specialty lines. In here, I have my melted solids and liquids that have already been melted. And now I just need to combine my sodium hydroxide, which I have already made and has already cooled down. And I'm going to incorporate it like real slowly, oops, into my soap pot. I'm stirring with my left hand, which is kind of awkward. For a minute, I'm going to switch positions. And of course, I'm listening in the back to a little Dennis Brown. I do not hold the rights to this music. I'm just listening to it in the background while I'm working and just enjoying a little bit of my Caribbean roots. If you would like to pick up any Dennis Brown music, feel free to do so at Amazon.com or iTunes.com or wherever they sell Dennis Brown music. So there we go. Okay, so I'm making sure that it's completely emptied, which it is. Okay, gonna kind of load that down a little bit. Don't want to get in trouble. So I'm just gonna stir this a little bit by hand. So I hope everyone is enjoying their Columbus Day. I've had a pretty busy and hectic 3-day weekend, but all very joyful because it was spent doing things that I really needed to get done, and actually it was spent doing things I actually love doing. Doesn't really include the laundry, but at least I got it done. I was able to do some cooking. I got quite a bit done, and there's a whole lot more that still needs to be done. But as I'm getting ready for the Christmas season, along with a full-time job, which can be very difficult at times, because when I get home, there's like hardly any time left for myself. But I try to discipline myself nonetheless that I make soap at least once a week, whether that's on the weekend. So then I dedicate myself to making soap on the weekends. That way I can get stuff done. Okay, so what I am going to do right now at the moment, I'm going to plug in my stick blender. This stick blender is a bit crazy. So I'm just going to, I'll be right back. Okay, and that is my activated charcoal. And this is actually made from plant-based. This is very good for the skin, especially like if you have skin ailments. It's very good. That's as much as I can say. I can't say any more than that. But it's a very good soap to help with acne and the whole likes. So I'm looking for a spoon. You think I'd be prepared? Unfortunately, I'm not prepared. So here we go. A little goes a long way, very long way. So I'm gonna put in my unruly stick blender that just does whatever it wants to do. So actually, what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna bring you back because I know it's very noisy. Yeah, this stick blender is very noisy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring you back. I'm going to bring you back once it has been brought to trace. So then you'll get an idea and see what it looks like at that point in time. Okay, as you can see, the consistency has changed a bit. It's kind of dark, so it's a little hard for you to see, but it has gotten more thicker, but we still have not reached the we still have not reached the actual stage of trace that I would normally like. So I'm gonna continue to stick blend this until I get it to the concise trace that I like it, and then I'll bring you back and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm back, and we have gotten to the concise trace. It's not too heavy and it's not too light. This is actually how I really like my trace. So I'm learning actually how to work with this particular stick blender compared to my old stick blender that I had back in the Caribbean. This one is just crazy, but at least I'm getting a hang of it, so it's working a lot better for me. Okay, so here. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in my spoon. I mean, this is loaded with, once again, skin loving and skin nourishing properties. And this will be available on my Etsy shop, which is Arlena's Creations, in December. I will leave a link when it gets close to the time for the debut or the opening once again of the shop, well actually the official opening. So there we go. I'm also going to be selling some stuff that I hadn't made and sold in years, which is candles. I think I'm only going to be doing the candles like for the holidays. So I will be having some beautiful soy candles, some bath bombs, some body oils, just a little bit of, you know, certain things, maybe 1 or 2 body scrubs, and then eventually I'll work my way up as, you know, depending on my schedule. So see, this is good. So right now I am going to add some additives. There we go. Okay. So there we go. Okay. This is going to be really, really, really good. So after this, I'm going to get me a little rest so I can prepare myself for tomorrow, get me something to eat, and just relax, because tomorrow is another work day. Okay, so my soap has beautifully traced. So right now what I'm about to do, I'm going to pour it into the mold. So I'm going to bring you back. Okay, this is my new mold that I just built this past weekend. So that was one of my projects as well. I hope you can see, because it's kind of awkward. I don't have anyone to run the camera, so basically I kind of have to do everything. And, yeah. There we go. Got some more in there. And this was so easy today because I had prepped everything, everything minus the mold, since yesterday. I had already weighed out my oils So that made it more easier for me. So the only thing I really had to do was just melt, mix my lye and weigh my lye in my water and just mix that and just wait for that to cool down. Otherwise, everything was already prepared, so it made it a lot more easier for me. Now, hopefully this upcoming weekend, I will be making um, a scented soap, and I will be working with color. I will be making Caribbean Fantasy soap. So it will be some swirls and the whole 9 yards. So let me just get that in there. It's kind of a bit awkward because I have the camera hanging right over the pot, not too far. So I'm trying not to hit it. Yeah. I'm trying to get every bit of this soap out. Makes the cleanup a whole lot easier. That's one of the great things of having a spatula when it comes to soap making. So yes, my Etsy site will be up and running, and this soap will be available in December for sale. This and my candles and my other handmade wares. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this soap sit for about 15 to 20 minutes, and I'm going to let it kind of like solidify a little bit, and then sorry, and then what I'm going to do is I will design the top. I'm going to style the top. So I'll be back. I'll bring you back when I'm finished styling the top. Okay, I have finished pouring it into the mold, and like I said, I am going to wait for about, let's see, oh yeah, I'm going to wait for about 15 to 20 minutes for it to solidify, and then I will design the top and I will bring you back. I just hope the camera doesn't cut off within that time frame, but if it does, I'll take a picture and I'll upload this video, and you'll have a picture of what the style top looks like once it has solidified enough that I could go ahead and make my top design. Okay, my little soap design at the top to give it a little texture. And I thank you so much for watching the video. I truly appreciate it, and I do hope that you can come back again. Okay, I'm kind of designing it a little bit. Not quite how I would want it because it needs to be a little stiffer. But I'm just going to do this real quick so I can, end the video. And then I'm going to style it to exactly the way I like it and the way I normally love it. Okay. I apologize for moving in and out of the camera, but I kind of have this thing where I like to keep things clean. So, okay. Just before I sign off, I kind of want to show you a little something. Okay, this is kind of like my little soap room. Actually, it was supposed to be my laundry room, and I specifically did not want to have a washer and dryer put in because I wanted to make it my soap room, and I still need more room. These I made last week, and these are my huge, gigantic oatmeal bars. And of course, this is my carrot butter that I made like about 3 weeks ago that is curing very, very nicely. At the top up here, I have my Castile. I still have to make one more batch of each. This is a soap that I made for a good friend of mine. I'm probably going to put it in my collection These were some bars that were left back. I'll probably make a batch to sell as well. These are my cinnamon soaps. These are just sample soaps. And that's it. I'm slowly working on things. I got my Malayan stuff up there. No coconut oil. Um, these were my makeshift molds that I was making the soap in, but they were coming out like kind of big. So I wanted to go back to how I used to make my normal soap. So I kind of built my soap cutter. But the problem was I needed someone to cut another piece for me. So my soap cutter is a little too small. So I'm going to have to build another soap cutter. Okay, so let's get out of this room. Up here is where I'm running low on supplies. Up here is like my soaping supply cabinet where I keep, fragrance oils and different things. And this is my my crock pot for when I do hot process, which as you can see, it's a very small pot. I don't really do much hot process. I'll probably eventually later on get a bigger crock pot. But the crock pot is great for hot process, especially when you're doing liquid soap. Eventually I'll slide back into the liquid soap, but for right now, this is what we have. And just give God thanks. So thank you once again for joining me for another video. Be blessed.